Join me as I challenge myself to bring warped pop culture characters to life in Procreate Dreams. Let's see what wild creations I can come up with. So we all know how pop culture influences art. Have you ever wondered what warping between characters would look like? So last week, the video, we did a picture of Mario. The video didn't do so well, so I decided not to draw the other characters on screen. And we're just going to get to what everybody is most interested in, and that is animating the characters themselves. So let's move on over into Procreate, and I'll show you the other characters that I got drawn up. So here was the Mario that we did last week. So since then, I have done... Okay, so there is the Pikachu I did next. So from the Pikachu, I went to Ninja Turtles, and let me turn on the right one here. That's the Ninja Turtle one. The next one I've got is Totoro. Let's turn on Totoro here. Turn that one. Oops, that's not it. We got a bunch of in-betweens in here. There we go. There's Totoro. The next thing we've got is Ampam Man. So a lot of these are Japanese characters. And the reason I did that is because I'm living in Japan and this is what I see all the time. So there's Ampam Man character. The next one we're going to go to is Kirby, a game character. So there's Kirby. The next one I've got is Doraemon. There's Doraemon. Okay, the next thing we've got is Hello Kitty. And there is Hello Kitty. Alright, and then I'm going to start with a logo from my channel here. And I just kind of made this up, not a big deal. And we're going to start that in the beginning, and then we're going to warp through all the characters, and they're going to change into the next character, and we're going to show you how to animate all of that. All right, so let's get all of these assets over into Procreate Dreams. And now that I'm mentioning the assets, if you are interested in getting these to play with yourself, they will be on my Patreon page. I will put a link to the page right now on the screen, and also in the description below, so you can go check that out if you're interested in it. There's a bonus on that, so if you guys are familiar with Patreon, which I think most people are, it is a small one-time fee per month, which is, I think mine is like $5. And you usually get the assets or the benefits for one channel, but in this case, you're gonna get the benefits from 2 different YouTube channels. So I've combined them for the channel that you're watching now, which is Chamel Does Art, and then the other channel that I have, which is called Scribble and Scribe, where I do art with traditional materials. So you'll get bonus for both of them. Go check that out if you're interested in the assets. Okay, and now let's move all of this stuff over into Procreate Dreams. But first, we need to start our file. So to start a new file, you're going to click on the plus in the top right corner right there. Here you're able to scroll through all the sizes that you might want. I like to go with widescreen because that's what YouTube's standards are, 1920 by 1080 HD. So that's what fits best for the video. So I'm going to push empty, and that's going to set up our stage for us. Now we need to change a couple of things before we get started. So click on the name of your file there, which is probably going to be Dreams and a Number unless you've renamed it to something else. And then on the top choice here on the left side, we're going to change our frames per second to 12, and that's your standard frame by frame animation. The duration of the animation, I am not sure how long this is going to take, so I'm just going to dial in 10 seconds for right now, and if we need to shorten that later, we'll do that. Okay, so if you click on the 1 minute mark there, which it automatically puts in, and hit your backspace, it'll take that out. So now we have 12 frames per second, a 10-second animation in 1920 by 1080 dimensions, and let's hit done, and we're ready to go. All right, so let's move our files from Procreate over into Procreate Dreams, and I'll show you the best way that I like to do it. So we're going to go back into Procreate, and I'm going to go into the gallery view here. And then hold down on it until you can move it around. Don't pick your finger up yet. Get out of Procreate, go back into Procreate Dreams, and then pick your finger up, and it will bring everything in to Procreate Dreams. Okay, so here we are. Now the dimensions of the file that we brought in is exactly the same thing as our stage, so sometimes that might be a little bit difficult to get it in there perfectly where there's no white spaces, but if you're having trouble with that, just grab a corner and upsize it just a bit, and it should be easy to fit in there then. I think I got it right this time. That's a rare change right there. But just for sakes, we're just gonna do it a little bit more. There we go. Now we've got it in there perfectly. All right. Now, when you've put this in here, you import all this stuff in here. And what I did just then, I used 3 fingers to stretch the timeline out. Doesn't change the length of the animation. It just makes it where you're able to see it better. Right now we have a picture file. So if I push play, nothing's going to happen because pictures don't move unless they're moving pictures. And that's what we're going to make it. All right. So what you need to do is you need to long press on your file you brought in, and you're going to get this menu here. We're going to click on convert layers to tracks. All right. Now you can see right here we have a group, and if you click on the little arrow besides the group, there are all the beautiful layers that we had over in Procreate, including the groups that we had over there with all of the drawings in it. So that's what we're ready to go. Now we'll be able to manipulate each one of these independently and create our animation. Okay, so for the first thing, like I said, I wanted to start out with my logo. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here and I'm going to turn off all of these other things. And if you just click on that little checkbox right there, they'll all go away. All right, and now I need a background for my logo. So I'm going to open that up. And I don't think I made it, did I? I did not. Oh, I did. I got it turned off. There we go. So that is the first frame. When people push play, that's what they're going to see. All right. Now I want that to stay on the screen for our animation is 10 seconds. So that's going to be way too long. Maybe 1 second. All right. So what I'm going to do is we're going to come out to the 1 second mark, which is right there where it says 1S. That's our 1 second mark. I think this animation is going to end up being longer than the 10 seconds. So we might need to change that. Well, we'll just deal with it for right now, because I've got like 7 characters, I think, to go between. So I don't know, it might be okay. So let's just, for right now, let's start with the 1 second. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the little clacker there, hit edit, and I'm going to split it. All right. So it's going to play that first part. Nothing's changed because after the split it's the same thing. So I think what I'm going to do next is I'm going to move up to this logo warp 2. And I want to split it the same place. So I'm just going to kind of flick it up there. Should be in the same spot. Edit and split it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off the logo down here. I'm going to turn the logo on up there. So what it's going to do is going to bring in this little moon shape of a beige color. And then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to come over. It's going to be pretty quick actually. So edit and split it again, and flick it up to the next level and edit and split that one. We're going to turn off the one on the bottom and turn the one on top. So basically what that's done is just, you can see I just drew another one that is covering it up slowly. So it looks like it comes in like that. Okay, and then the next one, Mario's going to pop up. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to split that one, edit, split. We're going to turn it off. And then we're going to go down to our Mario layer. There it is. We're going to turn it on. And then we're going to open that up. And let's see. I think our Mario background is going to be the same color as the one now, so I'm not going to mess with it. I'm not going to animate the background. And we need to go to our Mario. So about right here. We're going to edit and split it, and we're going to turn on the Mario. I think what we need to do is need to turn off that logo on top. Okay, let's go back up to it. There's our logo. And then Yeah, it should turn off right there. Maybe we need to get our Mario on a little bit sooner. We got Mario on. Something is covering Mario up. Oh, I know what it is. It's that logo background. So you know what? I don't know if I'm gonna need that at all. Okay, let's go back to our Mario. So, yeah, that's not gonna be good because our Mario's ears are showing. And his hat. So we're gonna turn off that Mario. Boom. I think that's good. Yeah, I think that works good. So, clicks to there and goes to Mario. Okay, and now we want Mario to stay on the screen for maybe not quite a second. So right now I'm at a little bit past 1 second. Maybe right here. So we're going to edit and split it. And now we're going to go to our Mario Warp 1. We're going to edit and split it. And we're going to turn off the bottom one, turn on the top one. Okay, so we got that coming up next. And then we're going to edit and split it again. And go up here, edit, split it again. And turn that one on, turn that off. I think we're doing this backwards. So maybe we should have had this Mario Warp 2 first. Or Mario Warp 1. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Okay, so we're going to turn off that Mario on the bottom. And we want this Mario Warp 1 to come on first. So, right there. Alright, and then Mario Warp 2 next. So I know we can edit and split that, turn him on. There we go. So boom, boom. Okay, and then we're gonna have the full Mario come on. We're gonna come down to here, about right here. We're gonna edit, split it, turn that on, and turn that one off. Okay, something didn't work right because we got a blank space there. We don't want blank. Here we go. So, Channel, Mario. Did we go through all of those? Yeah. 1, 2. What is this Mario? Oh, we didn't. Okay, so we need to go to Mario Warp 2 next. So we're going to do that one. Okay, let's turn that Mario off. And now we need to turn on Mario Warp 2. So from there to there, and now to the full Mario. There we go. Now we got it. Boom, boom. There we go. Okay, and now we're going to have Mario stay on the screen for a little bit longer than the switching happens. So maybe about right here. Let's edit and split it. What we're going to do is turn off Mario, and the next thing that's going to come on is... I'm going to close that Mario group. We're going to go into Pikachu next. Alright, and then we want this Pikachu to start first. So about right here, we're going to split it and turn Pikachu on. I think that Mario's background is on. We go into Mario. Let's turn that background off about right here. Edit, split. Alright, now we need to turn on the other background. Actually, it's gonna we're gonna animate the background now. Because the background for the Pikachu is gonna be a little bit different than the Mario one was. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna close that Mario group again so we can keep that neat. We're gonna go into Pikachu background. Alright. And for some reason it's not showing. Where's our Pikachu? Pikachu Warp. Oh, the whole group is turned off, that's why. Here we go. So that's our Pikachu background. So what we're gonna do is, I'm gonna resize it. So Mario's gonna show and it's gonna go off. So about right here. I'm gonna split that Pikachu background. And now what I wanna do is I wanna have it slide in. So I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna hit move and move in scale. So that's gonna set a keyframe. And then we're gonna move it off of the screen. I think I'm gonna have it diagonally come up. And then what we're gonna do is maybe about that much. We're gonna set another keyframe. So it's off. Actually, it's kind of on. So right here, we're gonna have it come up. I resized it, 2-finger undo. Okay, so it moves up and it's got the easy on, so I want to fix that. So long press on the little line that it created to make the keyframes, and we're gonna go into, didn't do it right. Set all easings and set it to linear. Now it'll be all one speed, and that's a little slow, so I'm going to speed that up. If I take this last keyframe and slide it back to the left, it'll make it quicker. Alright, and then we're going to have our Pikachu Warp 1 come on. So about right, maybe here. So I'm going to edit, split it, I'm going to turn it on. So about here. Actually, we probably wanted to come on sooner than that. Let me see that. Yeah, I think that's good. And then we will split the warp 2. Come on, guy. Down here. Edit, split, turn that on. Turn the one above it off. Pikachu Warp 1. That work right? Yep. And then that, yep. And then about here, edit, split it, come down to the next one, edit, split it, turn this one on, turn the upper one off, and then our full Pikachu's in. Alright? So there we warped from logo to Mario to Pikachu. Alright, and now let's go into the next one. So the first thing we want to do is turn our Pikachu background off, because that's going to be hiding the next one. Maybe. Let's see what happens. So I'm going to close my Pikachu group, and now we're going to have a Ninja Turtle come in next. So I'm going to open my Ninja Turtle group, and the first thing I'm going to change is to gonna leave the Pikachu on the screen for a bit, and then edit, split, turn that on, and then we're gonna come down to our Pikachu group and open that back up. Actually, we need to go down to our main Pikachu, edit, split it, turn it off. And I was right, the Pikachu background is covering it up, so we're gonna edit, split that, and turn that off. Okay, now let's go up to our Ninja Turtle, and we're going to edit, split that. Why is it not on? Probably the same reason. We got our whole Ninja Turtle group turned off. Here we go. Alright, and then I don't want any Pikachus on the screen right now. So we want to bring this green background in. So we're going to take it off of the screen. Let's have it come in from the right side this time. Alright, so we're going to hit move and move in scale. And then we're going to come over some, and we're going to click on it again, and we're going to move this over to here. So that's going to animate in like that. And then we want our Pikachu to come on. And actually, not our Pikachu, we want our Ninja Turtle to come on. We want this one to come on, but we want it to come on Okay, that green background needs to be turned off right there. Okay, bring it up. And after the Pikachu, yeah, that's perfect. So that's going to come in, and I'm going to have the Pikachu about right here. We're going to edit and split Ninja Warp 1. We're going to go down to Ninja Warp 2, edit, split it, turn it on, turn the above one off. So warps into that. And then we'll have that on. I'm just kind of eyeballing this. I'm not really using any kind of measurements of how long it should be. Just kind of look and see what it looks like. Edit, split that one. Come down to the bottom here. Edit, split that one. I'm going to turn off the top one, turn on the top one, and there we go. We got our warped Ninja Turtle coming in. Alright, that looks great. Okay, so now we can move to the next one, and we need to leave that ninja on the screen for a second there, longer than the other frames. And then we're going to come down to our background. We're going to hit edit. No, I think I hit a keyframe. Long press on that keyframe. You need to make sure you're on the main artwork, so it should look like the little movie clacker and not like the little cropping looking symbol. So we're going to hit edit and split. We're going to turn off that background. And now our next will be Ampon Man. No, Totoro's next. We're going to turn on the Totoro group. We're going to open it up. Okay, we're going to get this Totoro background first to animate in. Let's turn off all of the Totoros so we can, maybe we'll turn off that background too for right now, so we can see. So about right there. Alright, so let's do our Totoro background. We're going to edit and we're going to split it. We're going to turn it on, and let's make it come in from the top this time. So just take it off the screen on top. We're going to come over a little bit, set another move and scale. We didn't set the original move and scale, so there we go. And then this one, we're going to make it move down to there. Okay, that's good. And we're going to have our Totoro number 1 warp come in, which is going to happen about right here, maybe. Edit, split, turn him on. Yep. So he starts to change. We're going to come over a little bit, edit and split it again. Turn that one off. Come down to Totoro Warp 2. Edit, split it. Turn, he's already on. I'm going to turn the first one off. Boom, boom. Going to move to that, and then we're going to come over just a tiny bit, edit, split it again. Come down to the bottom one, edit, split it again. We're going to turn that one on, turn the top one off, and then it's just cycling between those 3 drawings that we got. Okay. Totoro, we're going to let him stay on the screen for a little bit. About right there. And we're going to edit and split it, and we're going to turn him off. Alright, and then we need to turn that background off too. Edit, split, turn the background off. Should be white now. I think we need to turn a ninja off somewhere. Where is our full ninja? I think this one. He needs to be off way back here. Edit, split it, and we just turn it off. There we go, now he's gone. Alright, the next character that comes on the screen will be Ampon Man. We're going to turn the Ampon Man group on. We're going to open it up. And the first thing we need to do is split it. I'm going to turn off that background in the beginning. And we need to turn off all these Ampon Mans. Here we go. So where's that Totoro? Where does that part end? So he comes on, we're going to let him stay on for a bit, and then about right, edit, split, we're going to turn that background on. And we're going to do a move and move and scale. Let's have it come up from the bottom this time. Well, actually, let's go. I resized it. 2-finger undo. I'm going to stop this top right corner here. We're going to do it really quickly. So another keyframe, and then I'm going to move it down here. So that comes in from there. That's fine. Yep. All right, and then let's have that Ampam warp 1 come on. So about right here. Split it, turn it on. You know, we need it to come on a little bit sooner than that. About right here. Edit, split it. I'm gonna keep that. There we go. Yep, that's perfect. Okay. And then we're gonna have that upper one. Edit, split it, turn it off. Go to Ampam warp 2. Edit, split it, turn that one on. So we warp from that to that. All right, and then from this one, we're gonna edit, split it, go up to the, where's the full one? Down here. I got them kind of out of order. Edit, split, turn the full Ampam off, turn the top one off, and there, boom, 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 there's the full one. All right, and then we're gonna let him stay on the screen for a bit, just like we did the other ones. And then we're going to edit, split it, turn him off. We need to turn the background off. And then the next character that comes in is Kirby. And we're definitely going to need to make our animation longer because we haven't even got to Kirby, Doraemon or Kitty-chan yet. So click on the title again. Click on duration, and we're going to change this to 20 seconds. Hit done. Done again. And now we have a longer, let me see if it stretched it all out automatically. It did not. Okay, so now we'll do that same thing. We'll close the whole group that has everything in it, long press on it, hit fill duration. And now it will take that out to 20 seconds now. What is going on, guys? 3-finger to shorten it. Yeah, there we go. But I don't know if it added all the frames in there. Let's see what happens. It won't be that big of a deal. We can fix it easily. All right, so let's see. Where were we at last? We were at Ampam or Totoro? Ampam. Okay, so Ampam was right there. Okay, so the next group will be... I'm gonna close it. Ampam. Kirby. Kirby will come out next. And it doesn't look like it stretched it out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my pen and I'm going to stretch it out to 20 seconds. And let's see. We need to turn on Kirby. Need to go down to the background. I'm going to fill duration, which is going to take that out all the way to the 20 seconds. And then let me turn off all the Kirbys. Here we go. Okay, so let me see where. Let me turn that Kirby background off right now. So the Ampam, I'm going to long press on this and hit fill duration. There we go. That's going to take it all the way out. Okay, now we're good. Okay, and now we're gonna go to Ampam here, fill duration. So now he's gonna be on the screen forever until we want him to move away. So I wanted him to stay on the screen a little bit longer because when the full face is on, we want him to stay a little bit. We can probably turn on the background a little bit more. Okay, so about right there, stay on the screen to about right here. Let's take this and stretch it out some. Yeah, that's good. Now we can start changing. Okay, so the background is going to go off. And we're going to split our Ampam group and we're going to turn him off. Okay, and then we'll go up to our Kirby next. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is turn on the Kirby group. Actually, I didn't turn on the Kirby group, I just turned on the Kirby background. And then he is going to come on. Let's edit and split him. Let's see where the pom-pom man disappears. Right there. Alright, so we're going to put this guy to about right there. And then we're going to do a move and move and scale. So we're going to have this guy come in from the bottom this time. And then we're going to come over really quickly. These happen quickly. We're going to have him come up and fill the screen. So that's quick like that. And then we're going to have the Kirby Warp 1 come on first. And we got the long press and fill duration for all of these now, since I had to change the animation length. Okay, and then we're going to have that Kirby Warp come on about right there. Edit, split, turn on that one. So from there, and then remember these are short. Edit, split, Kirby Warp 1 turn off. We have to long press on Kirby Warp 2 and hit fill duration, so that'll fill it out to the 20-second mark. Normally you wouldn't have to do this unless you, if you pick the length of your animation, the correct one in the beginning, but I didn't. I clicked 10, which is going to end up more than that. So this is what you're going to have to do to fix that problem. By the way, guys, if I am unclear on anything, please put a question in the comment section below, and I'll be happy to answer all of your questions. Some of this can be a little bit confusing, especially if you're new. I understand that. It took me probably a year to get to know this program where I can make it do what I want it to do. So, and sometimes still, it doesn't do what you want it to do. Alright, so I've got our Kirby Warp 1 turned off. We're going to go up to our Kirby Warp 2. We're going to edit, split it, and we're going to turn it on. So now it goes to that, and then we just need to have that one on a little bit, edit, split it, and then we should go to our full Kirby now, which is, I think, down here. So again, the full Kirby's cut off because of the time change, fill duration. That'll take it all the way out. So maybe turn him off there. Edit, split, split, turn him on here. There we go. That's perfect, man. That looks really good. Okay. So he's going to stay on the screen for a little bit like we did all the other characters. So about right there. And now we're going to edit and split him, and we're going to turn him off. And then our background, we're going to turn it off. Okay, and now we need to go to our next character, which is Doraemon. Turn on Doraemon group, open it up. First thing we're going to do is get that background moving and long press on it, fill duration to... Oh, this one's going to do the same thing that the last one did. Oh, I know why. Close the whole Doraemon group again. Long press on it. Hit fill duration. That will take that out. Now we need to do individuals. Long press on the BG background, fill duration, that takes it out. Okay, and now we don't want any Doraemons on right now, so I'm going to turn it off. Okay, and now we got to figure out where that... I guess the best thing to do is just split that background and then turn it off. Now we can tell where Kirby comes. Right there. So we want to do it about right here. Edit, split, turn it on, and we're going to set a move and scale. Let's take it, we're going to do it from the top right corner this time. This is going to be quick. Right there. Whoop. Okay. And then we're going to have our, as soon as he covers up, we're going to have that Doraemon Warp 1 come on. So long press on it, fill duration. About right here, we're going to have him come on. So let's go up to him about right there. We're gonna hit edit, split, turn it on. There we go. There we go, he stays on. There we go. Now we can have it coming in. There we go. Actually, should probably stay on till about right. I think that's too quick. Okay, right there. Now we'll have that one edit, split, and have them come on now. There we go. That's good. Alright, and then Doraemon Warp 1, edit, split, turn it off. Doraemon Warp 2, where's he at? Right there. Long press on him, field duration, edit, split it, turn it on. Okay, so there's the second one. And then the full Doraemon, which is right there. Long press on him, field duration. And then we're gonna turn off Warp 2 about here, split it, turn it off. And then edit, split, turn it on, turn off the one beginning. There we go. Perfect. There we go. And then we want him to stay on the screen for a bit. About right there. And then we're going to edit and split it and turn it off. Okay, so now then we go up to the next group, which is Hello Kitty. So turn on Hello Kitty, long press on it, field duration, open it up. And now we need to get our Hello Kitty background. Let's turn off all the kitties so we don't want it to show. We can turn our background off actually too. Long press on the background, field duration. And then Kirby. Doraemon stays on the screen to about right there. Okay. Now Doraemon disappears, so our kitty edit, split, background should come on now. There we go. We're going to set a move and scale. And let's do a resize on this one. We'll have it come from the middle. So like there, and then come over. It's going to be really quick. And we'll just resize it up so it's going to grow from the middle. There we go. And then we can have our Hello Kitty Warp 1 come on. Kitty Warp 1, turn it on, long press on it, field duration. There it is. And we need to make it come on about right there. Edit, split, turn off the beginning of it. That was a little quick. But you know what? We're running out of time, so I'm probably just going to leave it like it is. And we're going to edit, split the kitty, turn off Kitty Warp 1, long press Kitty Warp 2, field duration, move it up to there and split it and turn it on. So there we've got boom, boom. And then this kitty, edit, split it. Turn it off. The full kitty, long press, field duration, edit, split it, and turn it on, and our full kitty's on. And I think that is going to end it. Okay? Alright guys, that is it. If you have any questions, like I said before, put them in the comment section. I'll be happy to explain every single thing. One-on-one coaching, free of charge. Just let me know. I'll help you out as much as I possibly can. That's what this channel is all about. It's the empowering you to be able to manipulate, procreate dreams, to do, make it do what you want it to do. All right. So I will leave the final animation at the end of the video. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you have not subscribed yet, please do so. I'm making videos every week, and the subscriber is just going up so slow. So YouTube tells me that only about 10% of people who watch are subscribed. So let's try to get that up higher. I truly appreciate it. And I will see you guys next week for another Procreate or Procreate Dreams tutorial. Take care and have a great week.